Hey everybody, welcome back to Card Curiosity, where we try to find the best possible ways to make a good return on your investment in the sports card world. And today, we're going to break down a new product with another Rip It or Skip It video. We're going to look today at 2025-26 Topps Midnight Basketball. And before we jump in, just want to say a big thank you again for the subscribers. We're up over 1,000, which is really cool. And we need to announce a giveaway here. So a couple days ago, we dropped this battle video between the value boxes of Chrome and the flagship hanger boxes. And so if you left a comment there and you're a subscriber, you are entered into receive a one of these free flagship hanger boxes. And we have this pulled up. We've got, let's see, 26 comments. We've got it loaded here. And we're going to hit start and see who gets picked randomly. It is NJ Daniel 8838, and there's the comment. So reach out, shoot us an email, and we will get this hanger box on the way to you. And I will announce right now that we are going to do another giveaway. This one we're going to have a full week to let the comments come in on this video, and you are entering for a hanger box of Chrome basketball, which the prices are going up. These are incredibly hard to find. We still have some on the way and have a stash sitting here. So if you would like to win a hanger box for free, like the channel, the video, subscribe, leave a comment, and you'll be entered, and we will let you know on Monday next week. So let's jump into Midnight Basketball. This is somewhat of a new product. They dropped this a couple years ago when Wemby was a rookie and they didn't have the license. So this will be the first time that it's licensed. I think the big push here, as you can kind of see what these cards are looking like, is this will be like Cooper Flagg's and all the rookies, like first relic autographs. And there could be some pretty nasty ones. There's some different kind of I don't know, short prints, case hit kind of things here. So like the cards, they're okay. They're kind of reminds me of Cosmic Chrome with baseball, which I do think we will have Cosmic Basketball at some point. So this is kind of a precursor to that. But that's kind of what these things are going to look like. And yeah, we'll jump into kind of what things, how it might play out. As a reminder, we look at four things here when we break down a product in the Rip It or Skip It videos. One is the price. We want to make sure that the price of the product is not too expensive. Number two, we want to look at the checklist and make sure that the number of players or what players are available are ones that will actually hold value or players that you want to hit. Third, we want to look at the gradability and see if these cards can be sent to PSA and have the possibility to get a PSA 10, because that is the best way probably to juice a little extra return is through the grading, if you can do it. And then four, we want to look at the desirability or the relevance of these cards and try to imagine down the road, are these cards that people are really going to want? If they're looking for Cooper Flagg rookies or Cedric Coward rookies, will they want the Topps Midnight rookie cards, or will they look towards other things? So that's what we're looking for. And back to kind of the review here, we're going to talk about the price. We don't know exactly what that will look like. We know that this is going to be an EQL drop, and it's happening tomorrow, January 6th, on Tuesday, 12 noon Eastern time on EQL. You're going to have an hour to enter, basically, and almost anything EQL, there's at least a good opportunity to flip this if you don't decide to rip that. So we'll be entering. We'll try to get a case if we can, or a couple boxes, just see what happens there. All we have to really look at right now, as far as price goes, is last year, or 2023. And so when they were unlicensed, these came out at $300 a box. And it comes with 3 autographs and 7 cards. It's one pack, so one pack only, right? But for $300 unlicensed, my guess is that that's going to at least be double. And these are probably going to be in the $600 to $800 range, would be my guess, because now that the license are here, you can see the logos, and the cards are going to be much more desirable. You've got big players in them, like Wemby signing. You've got Flagg signing. Guys like that are going to command a hefty price tag from Topps to sign. So I think you're looking at easily $600, $800, which on our scale is pretty crazy. We're going to give that a 1 out of 5. That's just not a good score. We need these to be closer to the $250 range for it to be worth it in our opinion, and that's just not going to be anywhere close to that, I don't think. It is a premium product, so they can charge more for sure, especially given it that it's one of the first Topps basketball releases. So price score is a 1 out of 5. If we jump over to the checklist details, you'll see a lot of the same pictures here on Beckett, and I don't think we actually have an official checklist out. So they say we don't know cards per pack, packs per box, boxes per case. We do know in the previous year it was 7 cards per pack and 1 pack per box. So this is almost like a Breaker's Delight type SKU. There were 3 autographs out of the 7 cards, right? And so that's what we have to look forward to. We don't even know what players are going to be on here, but if we look at the previous year, we had, there's the 7 cards per box and 3 of which are autographs. It'll probably be similar to that. And the checklist as far as base cards go is just 100 players. I like that. That's small. 100 players in baseball world, you can still have some guys that you really don't necessarily want to hit, but 100 cards in basketball I think is really, really nice because they got great veterans, they've got great rookies, and even retired players, Allen Iverson, Vince Carter, guys like that, they can sell pretty well also. So I like this 100 cards on the checklist, and I'm hoping it's the same this year. You can see what some of the ones last year looked like without the logos. Yeah, kind of yucky. A lot of sticker autographs, things like that. So hopefully we're seeing on-card autographs this year. I bet we will for the most part, especially lower numbered stuff. Topps is doing a pretty good job of that. And if we look at, again, the base set, the base cards aren't going to be worth a ton. I'm not expecting those to do very well. If you get a Cooper Flagg, maybe you grade that, but you're only going to have a couple, probably like 2 base cards, 2 numbered cards, 3 autographs. It's not like you're going to get a ton of base cards. And if you look at the autograph side, you had 56 people signing here. You had 40 signing on this one. You had 26 signing on the rookie jersey autographs. And so some of these could expand a little bit. I wouldn't be surprised, especially the rookie jersey autographs. Topps did not have a bunch of rookies being able to sign. Now they will. And so this could be closer to 50, maybe even more. And so we're going to see the autograph checklist get a little bit bigger, but overall, because it's a pretty nice group of rookies and veterans, I think this is going to end up being a pretty good checklist in terms of autographs. Because you get 3 autographs, I think there's a decent chance you get a name that can pull some money back for you. So I'm going to give this checklist a 5 out of 5, actually. And caveat is we just don't know, right? We don't have it for sure, but I really think that Topps is going to do pretty good. Worst case scenario, the checklist, maybe we should have given it a 4. That's my hunch. And so 5 out of 5 on the checklist. And next, let's look at the gradability. This is where it gets really, really ugly. So, and again, I guess maybe people didn't want to grade this stuff because, it's unlicensed. Maybe people don't want it, things like that. Or maybe they're just really, really hard to grade. You're looking at an 8% gem rate on these autographs. And for the rookies, the jersey autographs, of course, are 6%. Jersey autographs are always tough to grade. So it's going to be really hard, I think, to find cards that you want to grade here. They're likely to be on a thicker card stock, and that can be hard to grade. So I don't know. I don't know what to tell you other than grading is going to be hard. I hope they fix something. I hope it's better. Closer to 50% would be great, but we're probably looking at a 1 out of 5 on the grading here. Don't expect to be able to make money grading and flipping these cards. And finally, let's look at the desire or the relevance. And I just pulled up some of the cards to see what they were going for price-wise today. So, here's an autograph for $1.50. And again, these are all unlicensed, so maybe if it's licensed, it's $5. I don't know. So there's just going to be a lot of cards, I think, within a couple of years that are not worth very much unless you have the biggest players and unless they are low numbered. So, a Steph Curry to 99, a licensed version of that card is probably a $50 to $100 card, but, unlicensed, you're talking $20. So that, I don't know. I guess let's take a look. Let's see how many cards are selling for over $100 here real quick. Let's just get an idea. So there's a Wemby. Wemby autographs are going for pretty good money still, and I think that's just because Wemby is Wemby, right? And Flagg's cards will go for a lot, and I think maybe even for a couple of years, if they're really good ones. If they're autographs with relics, if they are low-numbered autographs. The other thing to remember is that Flagg is going to have a ton of autographs from Topps this year. Wemby did not. Wemby didn't have Topps or very many Topps autographs. He didn't have any Panini autographs, and Topps only put out a couple of basketball things to try and get his autographs out there. But as far as hype goes, Wemby and Flagg are going to be at a similar level. So we will see some crazy sales for these cards, at least initially. The question is long term, will people actually want them? I think certain autographs, certain really rare cards, perhaps they continue to sell quite well, but everything else, all the filler stuff, that's going to be tough. And so with these boxes being really hit or miss in terms of you get 7 cards, there's not a lot of filler stuff that you can use to try to sell and make some of this back. This is kind of a lottery ticket type of a product. But on the Desire side, I'm going to give it a 2 out of 5. There are some cards that can go up and make money. But in general, people are going to prefer Topps Chrome autographs and maybe even Cosmic Chrome autographs to things like this. So add up all the scores: 1 for price, 5 for checklist, 1 for grading, 2 for Desire. You're looking at 9 out of 20. That's not a great score. And like I said, 7 cards for maybe $700. That is incredibly risky. It's an easy skip for me, but I will say the upside is massive if you hit a big card. So it's a lottery ticket type of a product. I think there will be a lot of demand for the boxes. I think there's a great flip opportunity here. So enter the EQL. If you want to, maybe you try and flip a couple boxes, and you could probably make a little bit of money doing it that way. I think that's a much safer bet than ripping this product. So that's what our plan is. Hope you enjoy this. Don't forget the giveaway. Leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, and like this video. And good luck. We will draw this in about a week. So until next time, stay curious.